Up next, trains, chains, and rains. Stay tuned. Welcome to another episode of Parks, Rec and Roll. This time, we're focusing on some holiday happenings in Montgomery County. A few things to do that are A, not too costly, B, accessible for all, and C, corny but cool. That's right. No matter if you're 3 or 83, you will find something to like. Especially if you like trains or trolleys. What is it about the holidays that bring out the train fan in us? Just ask these guys, members of the Washington, Virginia, Maryland Garden Railway Society. They're back again this year at Brookside Gardens to construct their Model G scale train exhibit. And from there, get a ticket to the hottest show in town, the Garden of Lights.
I had just heard a lot of great things about it, and so we wanted to check it out for ourselves.
Then we'll drop into the National Capital Trolley Museum, located in Colesville, Maryland. A few years ago, the museum was recovering from a devastating fire. Today, the new and improved depot has never looked better.
This is our new baby. This is our newest streetcar. It just arrived. There's nothing else like it in the world. There are only 2 of them in the United States, and we're so glad to have this one at our museum now.
After that, let's visit the Seneca Creek Winter Lights Festival, which is celebrating its 16th anniversary this year. Wait, is that a flying fish we just saw? And to end the show, we'll slide on over to our public ice rinks. There's a new patch of ice over at the Silver Spring Civic Center with your name on it. So to begin, meet the gang of the Washington, Virginia, Maryland Garden Railway Society.
Well, I'm Kathy Stevens, and I'm the conservatory manager here at Brookside Gardens. We didn't know what we were doing with trains, and that wasn't our thing. You know, we know plants. And that's how we got in touch with Jeff Matula and the Garden Railway Society.
How you doing on this waterfall over here?
Well,
Let's see. We're the Washington, Virginia, Maryland Garden Railway Society. We were formed in the 1980s originally, and we're a number of train enthusiasts that enjoy running our trains in the garden. What we're doing is we're preparing our install for the 2011 Garden of Lights Show. When we get here, we'll have about 700 person hours into this display here. Sometimes we're a little rough with our trains.
We're just checking the timing on the train, when it goes point to point, how long it stops each time before it starts again. We know that the kids enjoy it and that parents enjoy the kids being happy.
Our members are everybody. They are very ordinary people. The common thread that they all have is trains.
I was involved in railroads when I was young. I still have my Lionel trains from 1947.
Well, while the guys are still at work, we came out here just outside the conservatory to our service area, where we've just unloaded all of the woody plants that we're going to be using in the train display. This is one of the features that differentiates a garden railway from any miniature train layout, is the fact that we're using real, live, living garden plants. Seeing that bright, fresh green is very pleasing when the outside landscape is turning kind of bare and somewhat brown.
We're going to have a number of different elements over here. In this area, we're going to have a small town set up. On the other side, we'll have more of a natural area with a waterfall and pond. In the center over here will actually be an automated ice rink, which was modeled after the Wheaton ice rink, the old one. Quite an attraction. It brings back a lot of memories for people that come and visit.
I enjoyed trains when I was a child, and it is great fun for me to be able to bring that same joy to other children.
You've got the motion of the train and all the little detailed features in the layout. So it really is a very fun time of year and a very fun display to work with.
The Garden Railway exhibit is part of the Garden of Lights Show at Brookside. Here's Susan Kennedy to take us on a tour.
This light extravaganza is more than a half a mile long and contains close to 1 million colorful lights. It takes the folks here at Brookside Gardens many weeks to put this exhibit together for families to enjoy. When do you start setting all this up?
Starting in September, we start wrapping trees, checking the forms, make sure they work correctly, put them into the garden, and starting in November, right around Thanksgiving, the show starts. And then we run it through the beginning of January.
For you personally, is this kind of neat to see all these families come out?
I enjoy it. I know they're having a good time.
Beautiful. Everything's so beautiful.
I'm really impressed. I never really thought how much time it might take to do something like this.
They're gorgeous. They're just absolutely beautiful.
I've never been here at night, and I can't believe it. I've seen them doing all the work here, but I can't believe they did it to this degree.
Just all the lights and how much effort they put into this place.
Cool.
How old are you, Lewis?
4.
4, and what is your favorite part of what you're seeing here tonight?
I like the clouds, but they just thunder on me.
They thundered on you, didn't they? And what is your name, young lady?
My name is Susan.
That's my name. I can't believe it. And what do you like the best about what you're seeing here tonight?
I like the sunflowers and the rainbow and the lights. The dragonflies over there.
What made them cool?
They were flapping their wings.
Yeah.
Lights are like moving around.
I had just heard a lot of great things about it, and so we wanted to check it out for ourselves.
Look at that.
Not that the girls are old enough to experience and understand and actually appreciate it.
I like that one.
Do you like that big monster right there?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of all this? Is this so pretty?
Yeah.
The Garden of Lights at Brookside is open from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. through January 8th. The train exhibit is held in the South Conservatory. You can also visit the train exhibit for free during the day from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. For directions, entrance fees, and a list of holiday performances, go to brooksidegardens.org. Next up, do you know the difference between a train and a trolley? Join Grace as she finds out.
I want to go swimming. I want to go to camp.
Fitness classes for me.
I want to play softball. Make everyone in your family happy. Call the Montgomery County Department of Recreation at 240-777-6800. Your recreation destination.
Go to arborday.org to learn which trees to plant where and to contact your state forester.
Plant a tree today for all the world to share.
Keep a great thing growing, America. Tree City, USA.
Between Lay Hill Road and New Hampshire Avenue sits a local gem, the National Capital Trolley Museum. Real electric streetcars remind us of how things used to be. Come on and get your ticket punched.
Hi, my name is Grace Hahn. I'm here at the Trolley Museum. Let's see what's going on. So who actually maintains them and makes sure they run?
Our volunteers do. I'm Eric Ledbetter, Director of Marketing at the National Capital Trolley Museum. We're the Washington area's streetcar and transportation museum. When you come to see us, you can see our historic collection of over 20 streetcars from all over the world. You can take a ride on a real streetcar on our 1-mile demonstration railway, and you can see all the exhibits in our brand new visitor center.
How does the trolley work?
Well, it runs on electricity. If you look up here, there's a copper wire that runs over the center of the track. That is charged with 600 volts of direct current electricity. And the streetcar has this thing on it, which is the actual trolley. The whole thing is called a trolley, but it's really named just after this part that runs up to the wire and picks up the electricity. The electricity flows down into the car and through insulated wires, and it comes down to the wheels over here. The electricity turns the motor, and then the current, without any voltage left on it, goes down into the rails and back, and that completes the circuit. So this is our new barn. It's built to look just like the old trolley car barns in Washington, D.C., with the brickwork and the keystones. It's a lot like the one that's still standing on East Capitol Street near RFK. Why don't we come on in and take a look?
Great. So how do you guys find these to bring them to the collection?
Well, that's kind of a trolley museum secret. There's actually a list of all the trolley cars everywhere in North America that we know of. So we kind of keep an eye on all of them. And when one of them becomes available, one or more of the trolley museums talks to the owner and makes an offer for it. Sometimes an entire collection becomes available at once.
So can you tell me about this blue and yellow one?
Oh, this is our new baby. This is our newest streetcar. It just arrived. It is what they call a boat tram, and it is the wackiest thing on wheels. It's an Art Deco trolley car from Blackpool, a resort in London, kind of like Ocean City. And they had a trolley line up and down the boardwalk there, and they wanted a nice open trolley in the summer so people could enjoy the open breezes, and they came up with this bizarre ship-like looking thing. There's nothing else like it in the world. There are only 2 of them in the United States, and we're so proud to have this one now at our museum. Washington's an international city, so we wanted to have an international collection of trolley cars. We have cars from all over Europe. This one is from Dusseldorf in Germany. The European cars are much smaller. They're built to go around the tight curves of those medieval cities in Europe, so a lot of them just ride on 2 wheels. Streetcars ran in Washington for about 100 years, from the Civil War through the Kennedy administration in 1962. After the last streetcar ran in D.C. in 1962, there were a group of people who didn't want the memory of riding the cars to die. They came together to form our museum. We moved to this park in 1967, and our volunteers began building our first railway, which was all built by hand. The rails actually came from the old St. Elizabeth's Hospital, which used to have a railroad spur. We bought the rail and brought it here and spiked it down ourselves. One thing that used to happen a lot on old streetcar systems was fires in the trolley barns where the trolleys stay at night. Many of them are made of wood, and they're covered with layers of paint and varnish. There are a lot of flammable materials in a trolley barn. That's a part of streetcar history that unfortunately we recreated without meaning to. We had a fire about 6 years ago in one of our 2 trolley barns, and we lost the 7 trolleys that were stored in that barn. And it was really a terrible blow to us. It was about 1/4 of our trolley car collection, and it included a few priceless cars from Washington, D.C. that we just can't replace. But it was also in some ways a blessing in disguise, because it really kicked off the planning for moving uphill into these new facilities. And then when the Inter-County Connector decided to go through our old location, that created the opportunity to realize that dream of totally new buildings, fireproof car barns, a better visitor center. Actually, we're back and we're better than ever.
And I'll punch your tickets as I come through.
Thank you.
Where's your ticket?
You're going to have to put us out.
Okay, I will.
We're fair jumpers.
I know where the door switch is, you know.
Trolleys are making a real resurgence all across the nation. Environmentally, it's very community friendly. There are no emissions from the trolley cars themselves, and the entire system is as green as the source of electricity itself. You see new, what are called light rail systems being built in Baltimore, Sacramento, Los Angeles, Dallas, all across the United States. At a time when our roads are clogged, when we can't seem to build enough roads for all of the cars that are going to want to use them, people are turning back to public transit, and streetcars are a kind of mass transit that can work its way right into the community and really even add to the community, become a cherished part of it rather than an intrusion on it. There's something magical about any kind of train. The way it moves, the sound it makes as it goes over the rails. Something just consoling about it. And trolleys in particular are fun because they're so open to the community around them. With the windows open, you can see people, you can wave to them. It's quiet as it moves through the street, so it's not scaring or frightening people, making any kind of roaring noise. It's a very friendly technology. I like the way it just goes through the countryside. The trees turning, the birds. It's just a hoot. You've got to come out and try it to understand. December is a special time of year for us because it's our Holly Trolley Festival. When the kids come out, they can ride the streetcar with Santa, and he'll visit with all of them and give them a candy cane, hear about what they want for Christmas. That's Saturdays and Sundays, noon to 5, from Thanksgiving through Christmas. For the rest of the year, we're open every Saturday and Sunday, noon to 5, and during the school years, in the spring and the fall, the school months, we're also open on Thursday and Friday from 10 to 2. Our visitors are mostly local families from Montgomery, Prince George's County, the district, Northern Virginia. We get a lot of families with kids looking for a good day's outing.
I think the kids really enjoyed the time. Just, learn a little bit about trolleys. There's a lot of fun for them. They really enjoyed it.
But we also get adult streetcar enthusiasts and history enthusiasts from all over the country.
There's some nostalgia to it. With all us old guys, that's what it is. With somebody coming up, they have no knowledge of this, so you have to teach them about it, I think.
For more info about the Trolley Museum, go to dctrolley.org. In addition to operating hours and directions, you'll find trolley history, educational programs, party rentals, and volunteering. In fact, the museum is actively looking for volunteers. Whether you're available 2 hours or 2 days a week, they'd love to have you on board. In the meantime, buckle up for a phantasmagorical ride through Seneca Creek State Park. Up next.
When severe weather hits, be sure to go to www.montgomerycountymd.gov for the latest updates on county services, snow removal, school delays, and transportation links. An important law you may not be aware of is the Pedestrian Winter Safety Act that requires Montgomery County homeowners to clear sidewalks in front of their residence. For additional information on that law, please visit the county's website at www.montgomerycountymd.gov. If you are unable to clean your driveway or sidewalk, there are alternatives available. Casa de Maryland provides snow shoveling for a fee. To request assistance, you can call 301-431-4177. If you have special needs and require further assistance or to volunteer, call the county's Volunteer Center at 240-777-2600.
Seneca Creek State Park is one of 2 state parks in Montgomery County, Maryland. Since 1995, the city of Gaithersburg has hosted a drive-through light show at Seneca Creek. Let's see what's what and who puts it all together.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Poole. I'm with the City of Gaithersburg, and we're out at Seneca Creek State Park here today for Winter Lights. The Winter Lights began when I took a class up in Wheeling, West Virginia. They have a light show that's hosted on their golf course, and I was just amazed at all the lights and how many people were enjoying them. So I brought back the idea, and the city of Gaithersburg decided that it was a great idea. And so here we are, 16 years in the making. And each year we have about 70,000 people that come through and enjoy the lights. Winter Lights started at the Summit Hall Farm Park, which is now known as Bohr Center. And we had wagon rides basically through the park. And all the displays were made out of wooden material, painted, hand-painted, some by me, and spotlighted, and people came and they loved it. And we just grew from there, and now all of our displays are made of lights. We have several pieces that are designer pieces. We have 3 that were designed by high school students. And we even have one that was designed after, I think she was 85 years old, sent me a drawing of something she thought would look good in the show, and we created that as well.
We start 1st October, and it's usually about a month and a half to put them up.
They set up the lights. They know exactly how to put them together. They know exactly where they go. And sometimes they even move pieces and they look better than where I had them. And these guys have been with me the whole entire time, 16 years, and they are hard-working, dedicated city employees, and they make the show great. The Winter Lights is a 3.5-mile drive-through light show featuring 380 displays. 60 of them are animated, which means that they actually look like they're moving. We have 5 areas, theme areas. We have, which I'm standing in right now, is the Victorian Village, and you'll see a sleigh ride, you'll see the train station, we have carolers just down the road. Also, we have our Winter Woods, which features lots of woodland creatures, and my favorite area, which are the displays that are featured on the lake. And that would be the fishermen, and there's some ducks, and there's also a green dragon. And then you head north, and that's our North Pole, and you see penguins, and one of our largest displays, which is a reindeer flight school, which stands at 42 feet high and is just magnificent. Then when you come back around, you'll go to the teddy bear loop, which is most of the kids' favorite because it shows lots of teddy bears doing lots of activities. The show really wouldn't be possible with all of our partners, and I want to pay tribute to our favorite partner, Seneca Creek State Park, who's allowed us to use this wonderful venue for the light show. And they are excellent partners, and we really enjoy working with them. And as you might expect out here, we do have an occasional problem or two. Not many. We've had a couple situations where deers have decided that they're running through the displays and they trip on the wires and pull down the displays. Usually the deer and the display are not harmed, but it can be dangerous. We've also had some people who are very sick and want to come out. And we had an ambulance come out with a woman who had cancer, and she wanted to go through the lights, and that really was moving and just beyond belief that she wanted to come out with her family and enjoy the lights. Plan to come out to the Winter Lights, and you come in the weekday, you'll probably spend about 20 minutes to 30 minutes on the drive through the lights. If you come after the 17th of December, it may take you quite a while to get through, as that is the popular time. It may take you up to an hour. I was really grateful that the city of Gaithersburg believed that my idea was a good idea and invested money and resources and manpower to make it happen. And it gives me great joy each year seeing that 70,000 people come through and enjoy the idea that I had.
The Seneca Creek Light Show is open every night but Mondays, December 2nd through the 31st. Check the website for times, fees, and special coupons. To end the show, we're going to lace up and spin out. We've got 2 indoor ice rinks operated by the Montgomery County Department of Parks. Joining them is the brand new outdoor rink at the Silver Spring Civic Center. On your mark, get set, go have fun! You guys want to try hockey skates today? Yeah. You want to think what?
Coming here. My kids love it. It's they really enjoy skating, and it's frankly affordable. So we come and blow off some steam for about an hour, and we have a great time.
There's so much joy involved and the physical motion of it to get exercise, and contributes to the children's self-esteem to be able to skate.
Let me have your shoes. Oh, okay. As you tell me your sizes.
Those look tiny.
So that's it for this episode. Thanks to all our guests, county partners, production team members, and you for watching. We appreciate the support and wish you a safe and happy 2012. Parks, Rec, and Roll on!
Are you ready to learn all about Christmas tree recycling?
What? Oops. Yeah. No.
Yes.
Great! Montgomery County's Division of Solid Waste Services collects used trees on your recycling pickup day, from the day after Christmas through early February. The trees are taken to the county's compost facility. From there, they become new mulch.
Mulch, 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 mulch.
Or you can take the tree directly to the Shady Grove transfer station. In order to keep the compost chipper happy, we need your help. Please remove the tree from its stand and take off all lights, ornaments, and tinsel.
No.
Don't put your tree in a plastic bag. Unfortunately, live trees with root balls and artificial trees are not accepted on recycling day.
Oops.
If you miss the February deadline, the tree must be cut into smaller pieces for curbside pickup. Some homeowners choose to use the branches and needles for winter mulch in their own gardens. Making compost is another good job for old Christmas trees. To get a free compost bin or for more ideas about recycling, check out montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.